Good morning, friends, and happy Tuesday. Welcome to another day of distance learning. Um, we are off to a great start, and I was super impressed with a lot of the um, math assignments that I saw yesterday and good suggestions in morning message. We're hitting a stride, which is really good. So hopefully a lot of you were able to watch the video yesterday that Ms. Targonsky made about some tips for distance learning. Some of you I know are already doing some of the things she suggested, and hopefully as the days go on, we can all sort of settle into a routine and find that space in our house that is going to be most helpful for us to be productive and successful with distance learning. Which brings us to our question of the day, which is, where is your preferred space to do schoolwork at home? I know for me, I think I mentioned this before, but I have a extra bedroom at my house that used to just be sort of a collection for junk and laundry and stuff that we just weren't using. And so when this kind of all started, I took some time and cleared out that room, got it a little bit organized, made myself like a desk area, and sort of got the supplies that I knew I would need it. So some of my books, my teaching materials, pens, markers. I even have a box of Kleenex and some hand sanitizer and some other things that make it kind of feel like my desk at work at school. And it's also a quiet place a little bit away from distractions, although I know that that can be difficult in a house with family members and pets, and I've got toddlers that are knocking on the door. So it's not perfect, but I'm making it work. I'm trying my best. And so that's what I hope for you as well, that you're finding a good place to do work. So what's your preferred space? Is it a quiet space in your room? Is it at the dining room table? Maybe it's a particular chair in the living room. What's your favorite space? How are you finding a workspace that's productive for you? So don't forget to respond to that question in today's activity. Open up your daily slides, plan out your day, check out the specialist tab, and make it awesome. You're up for the challenge. I know it. So let's go ahead and read today's morning message. Today is Tuesday, April 7th, 2020. Good morning, fifth graders. Welcome to day 2 of distance learning this week. We are off to a great start. It was so great to see so many examples of volume that you found in your homes yesterday. I hope some of you were able to check out the creative learning slides I created as well. There are some neat ideas for creativity, movement, and play. Let me know if you have any other ideas that I could add. Today, we will work on Personal Math Trainer 8.4, listen to Chapter 4 of Kensuke's Kingdom, read to self, and work on our Sharing the Planet final assessment, which is due tomorrow. Have a great day and reach out with any questions you may have. Sincerely, Mrs. Ryan. So a couple notes, the personal math trainers are tricky. This unit on geometry is challenging. And I think I've mentioned before that in our math curriculum, there are a lot of extra expectations put on us that usually aren't for fifth graders in Minnesota. So multiplying and dividing with decimals and fractions. So feel free to do a couple of things. Use your calculator as much as needed. Skip problems that are potentially too challenging or don't make any sense. Snap a picture and send me a Seesaw message or an email of a question that you're having, and I'm happy to help. So those are just a few options for that. The personal math trainer as well. I've reset the date, so you should have a little bit longer time to work on it. So thank you, James, for pointing that out. It expired on Friday, but luckily I caught that, and now it's open for several weeks. So you can always go back and try them again. That's totally an option as well. And then feel free to go back to any of our previous slides, even back to last week. There's some great videos from Khan Academy and some examples in the slides that Ms. Burrell put together for you to review the geometry concepts. And with your Sharing the Planet final assessment, I've received a few from students so far, and they're looking awesome. I'm excited to take a look at them more closely this week. But remember, it can either be a poster or a slideshow on any one of the natural or human disasters that happen to the Earth, and how it changes the Earth's surface and how we have had to adapt because of those changes. So again, if you have questions on that, reach out, but there is a rubric that's lined out, an assignment that's lined out, and then also a template if you are doing the slideshow. When you're finished with that, please make sure you click the Turn In button on Google Classroom. That way it gets sent immediately to me. I know some of you have shared it, which has been great. But even if you have shared it, please press that Turn In button on the Classroom, and then it all filters into the same sort of tab for me, if that makes any sense. So anyway, have a great Tuesday. Make it terrific, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.